Welcome to the Centre for Spiritual Living, Winnipeg. We're glad you're here. The service will begin in a minute or two.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
This is July, I think, something.
Yeah.
And nice to see everyone here. Thanks for coming out. We know it's a busy weekend with Folk Fest and summer cabin and all that kind of fun stuff. So thanks for coming this morning. My name is Glenda Dean. And I invite everyone to close their eyes, place your hands over your hearts, and silently set an intention for this service. And now I ask all of you to turn to your neighbor and greet them and share peace by saying, "Peace be with you." And now we'll have our first song by our terrific Optimistics.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and others do for you. May you build a ladder to the sky, climb on and run. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth, see the light surround you. May you always be courageous and upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change and shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be smiling. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you find your life rewarded when your efforts all bear fruit. May all your opinions be rooted in the truth. May you find your days pass gently and your workload easily done. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young.
treatment. So, I recognize there is one life, one presence, one divine spirit that is all-knowing, all-loving, and is with us everywhere, always. I know the divine life is our life now, and we are never separated from this divine protection. I know that this truth is the truth for all, and we are all protected by this loving presence. I know we are surrounded by goodness, and we are all safe and secure. I know my true nature is perfect health and vitality, and I know this awareness is for all of us. I give thanks for this perfect state of health and protection. I release these words to the universe. I let it go, knowing it is done, and so it is.
So it is.
And now we'll have song 2.
Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, slowly fades, it'll rain the sunny day. And I know time is down like water. Coming down on a sunny day. Yesterday, days before, sun is cold, rain is hard, and I know it's that way for so much time. Until forever on the road, through the circle fast and slow. I know I can't stop my own breath. I know that you ever see the rain. I know that you ever see the rain. Coming down on a sunny day. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day.
Thank you. If you're new with us today, welcome. And I think I don't see anyone brand new today, but I'm going to read it anyhow. You've arrived at a place of growth, discovery, and possibility. Whether you're seeking clarity, inspiration, or simply a sense of connection, you belong here. We're truly glad you're with us. And to our beloved members that are here today, your presence is a gift. You are willing to explore bold ideas, live deeply, and allow change to move through you. Your thoughts, your consciousness, your intentions, they shape this community. Thank you for being here. And now our vision, mission, and purpose. And let's speak these words together. Excuse me. Enthusiastically, excitedly, standing on your feet, or sitting in your chair. So our vision, we inspire to create a community that embraces the interconnectedness of all beings, inspired a journey of profound spiritual living. Our purpose, to be a guiding light of transformation, embracing the universal vibration of love and wisdom. Our mission, we provide a sanctuary for all seekers, offering spiritual tools and practices that empower individuals to awaken to their true potential. Excuse me. And now it's time for a weekly sharing. And this is a time a member shares with you something they have read that inspires them. And if you would like to do a 2-minute reading, please sign up at the back. And our sharing today is Andre Girouard.
It's amazing, she said my last name properly. So, your thoughts are powerful. What you think often becomes what you believe. What you believe can affect what you do. Think of your mind like a garden. Your thoughts are seeds. If you plant thoughts of fear and doubt, you may feel stuck. If you plant thoughts of hope and faith, you can begin moving forward. This does not mean pretending that everything is perfect. Problems are real, but you can choose how you respond to them. Instead of saying, I can't do this, try saying, I will take one small step. Instead of saying, nothing works for me, try saying, things can get better. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself. Be patient and encouraging. You do not have to change everything today. Just begin with one better thought. Your thoughts affect your choices. Your choices affect your actions. And your actions can change your life. Choose a good thought today. Believe that something better is possible. And take one small step forward. And so it is.
So good.
Thanks, Andre. I'm trying to think of what am I going to think today? Just got too much going on here, so it'll come to me later. Okay, where are we? So our theme, I have that written down somewhere, hang on. Our monthly theme is nothing to be healed. And when I first heard that, I thought, oh, okay. And then I thought, oh yeah, really, there is nothing to be healed. We are perfect beings, and we just need to put those perfect thoughts in place. And things will unfold, as Andre said. Okay, in 2026, the Center for Spiritual Living Winnipeg embraces the global theme, Open at the Top, inviting us to share with curiosity, courage, and spiritual receptivity. Rooted in science of mind, we open to new possibilities, deeper connection, and inspired action. Together we cultivate a community where love leads, truth unfolds, healing happens, and each person is empowered to express their highest self in service to our city and to the world. And this morning, we have Maxine Corrington, who is going to, where are you, Maxine? There you are. Who's going to do our talk this morning. And she is doing one of the Science of Mind core concepts, the Triune nature, or is it just true? I'm not sure if that was a typo or not. So, welcome, Maxine.
Hello everybody on this beautiful day. This is a Winnipeg summer for sure. That clear sky. And Glenda was right with her pronunciation. It is the Triune aspect of God. One of the 10 concepts of Ernest Holmes. And this is what this talk is about, is basically concepts, perceptions, how to view the world, how to view your life, how to make things work. It's just one of many perspectives of the Great One. And I was just recently viewing Hindu Aveda philosophy, and they call the one the Ishvara. So if God is one, why does Ernest Holmes describe God as triune or Trinity? It just basically means three. And like I said before, it's a perspective of how to visualize reality. My integration of that word is like God is a unity and he's triune. I made my own word, triunity. So I like to integrate everything, put it in one pot. Christianity also speaks of a triune aspect, the Trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And you see this aspect in nature. There's the basic family unit, mother, father, and child. You see the Einstein equation. Energy is matter at mc squared, which is the speed of light squared. And we are science of mind, so this might have a little bit of science in it, so bear with me. If you look at the equation, energy equals matter at the speed of light squared. The spirit would be the speed of light squared. The matter would be the manifestation, and the energy would be the law that brings it into manifestation. Human beings are also triune. We think, we feel, and we act. Go back to one of my favorite symbols, trees. They have roots, trunks, and branches. The bottom, the middle, and the upstairs. And water, a basic unit of life, is also triune. Ice, which is, I shudder to think of Winnipeg winter. Liquid, which is, beautiful lakes and water we drink. And then the vapor, the clouds. Perhaps nature itself is trying to teach us something. Reality is triunity. And if we just break it down, number one, first nature is spirit. Ernest Holmes began at the absolute. God simply is. Aspects of the isness is infinite intelligence, the biggie infinite love, and presence. So God is not just a person in the sky, although God could be that. It's not distant, or it could be distant in far galaxy, or it could be right in your heart. It's not occasionally present, or it could be totally as if you don't feel it's present. It could be a void or all presence. It's very hard to put a label on this entity. Not a king, not even a giant human, although human beings have depicted God as a king and a big giant in the sky. But basically it's pure being, as Ernest Holmes, God is spirit, infinite, intelligent, eternal and changeless, the thing itself. And then in one of his books, he also brought in the Christian, Judeo-Christian aspect of the oneness of God. The Yahweh, which means I am that I am. So before anything can exist, there must be infinite potential or possibility. Do we agree with that? Okay, we can liken it to electricity. There's something called electrical potential. It's just sitting there. then when you turn the switch on, then the light bulb comes on. So that's the manifestation. But the electricity was always present in the wire. And the second nature of God is law. We really don't like that word, law, unless it's used for us instead of against us. But that's the nature of law. We could be in the court of law, we could be the defendant or the prosecutor. So Holmes calls the second aspect, the law part, universal subjective mind. This divine law is like the canvas upon which the divine artist paints a visible picture. So if you consider this unique perspective, the canvas is just a blank, and what you put on it is what you get. God does not merely create, he creates through law. And love without law would be merely disorderly chaos. Just like throwing that paint on the canvas, just willy-nilly, at a bunch of chaos. You can do that if you want. And law without love becomes cold and calculating, brutally logical and mathematically unforgivable. As if you took a little pencil and on your canvas, you're just marking these intricate little lines that just look so boring. Hours of lines. And another example is gravity. It never asks if a person falling from the great height and splattering to the ground, do I like this person? It simply responds when the person goes down. So this law is consistent. It does not choose or judge. It equally applies its mechanism, acting automatically according to its nature and the impression it is given. So law is entirely dependable. Likewise, spiritual law responds to our consciousness. As Jesus said, it is done unto you as you believe. Or as it has been said, if you think you are right, you are right. And if you think you can do something, you're right. And if you think you cannot do something, you're also right. That's a belief system. For instance, a farmer cannot negotiate with the seeds he plants, as Andre said. If you plant wheat, you get wheat. If you plant tomatoes, you don't harvest pumpkins. So the result is non-negotiable. The law is perfectly impartial. Imagine standing by your garden and telling the ground to grow bananas. The garden responds, I'm sorry, you planted carrots. And the third manifestation, or the third nature is the manifestation, which is like the carrot. Spirit expresses itself and creation appears. Everything we see is God becoming visible, or hear, or feel. Stars, music, love, children, mountains, everything. Pictures, even ourselves, this center. And God can do for us only what God can do through us. So we're channels, we're conscious channels of feeling this manifestation. The universe isn't finished, it's an ongoing project, it's still unfolding, evolving. And we are participants in this great unfolding. Go back to science. We do not need to prove spiritual phenomena through science. Simply observe the parallel. Energy becomes matter. Invisible quantum fields produce visible particles. Information becomes biology through DNA codes. Thought changes the brain, releases neurochemicals from what we think. If we think negative thoughts, we get negative neurochemicals, get depressed. So potential or perception becomes actuality, and science describes how. There's a branch of science called psychoneuroimmunology. So what you think affects your nerves and then affects the immune system. It's all interconnected, the three. So spirituality explains why, which is a harder question. Science describes how. Although nothing is too easy or hard for God to accomplish. We could wrap our mind around that. It's easy to manifest $100 as a penny. So God is not only a creator, God is what he or she creates. So God is God and God is a penny. God is $1 million. Hermes Trismegistus, he was an ancient seer. God along the line of life, and God at the end. 1, 2, 3. As above, so below. And this Hermetic principle is in a book called The Kybalion, if anyone's interested in reading it. It's a very interesting book. Holmes teaches that because we're made in the image of God, we are also triune. We're being, spirit, mind or thinking, and body or doing. And have you noticed then when you're in harmony, everything works out? When you're in disharmony, everything is off. When your spirit is discouraged, your thinking gets cloudy, and then you don't feel well, you get maybe sick. The opposite, when you think great, you feel great, and then your health is great. So when you have peace in your heart and mind, and love for others, you feel loved, healthy, happy, and on top of the world. Spiritual mind treatment, which Glenda did today, also reflects the triune nature of God. But if God is already perfect, why do we pray? Why do we need to pray? Why do we need healing? Just something to do, I suppose. But what actually happens? So, number one, the universe works the way it does. Number two, why our thoughts have creative power. And number three, why the spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer manifests as new conditions. So treatment is not a prayer of persuasion. It's not convincing God to be more loving. It's awakening oneself to what has always been true. We're part of God, we're part of the essence. The 1, 2, 3 method is just a way of recognizing what we are inside. So you become a clear broadcasting station, receptive to the broadcast of love, life, peace, joy, fulfillment, abundance, and wholeness. Or the opposite. We won't go into that. But treatment changes us, it does not change God. However, it changes the way we view ourselves. We become much more confident. Like, for instance, I would never have come up here and been confident, but somehow it just happened that this piece of paper came and now I'm up here. And you're listening. Thanks. Another helpful analogy is our use of GPS. So the objective mind, which Ernest Holmes equated with source, is like the driver decides where to go. Put in the coordinates. The subject mind is the GPS, or that little box. It accepts the destination without debate. It doesn't say 625 Spruce, no. It just accepts whatever, like the law. It's impartial. It begins calculating the route. And the universal subjective mind, or how it all works, is somehow with the network of satellites and mapping and the internet that journey becomes manifest and the car starts going the right road and you reach your destination. So as I said before, GPS never asks whether your destination is wise or foolish. It simply responds to what you entered. And the divine law responds to the pattern impressed upon it. That's why Holmes encouraged us to become conscious of our thinking. And we've already got that message from the other speakers today. Be conscious of your thinking. Thoughts are things. Every dominant belief is like entering a destination in the creative system of life, otherwise known as GPS. The great potential of service. Are you entering the slough of despond, or hellish destination, or the Garden of Eden? Your choice, plug it in. So there's 10 reasons why spiritual mind treatment works using the triune aspect of God. We're back to that again. Okay, source is objective mind. The way or pattern it uses is the law, or subjective mind, and the manifestation uses the universal subjective mind. That's just a bunch of words, but the words do mean something if you condense it and get that feeling of thought, law, and manifestation. So the possibilities are endless. Number one, treatment begins with spiritual truth, not appearances. We start with cause rather than effect. The objective mind chooses the new idea. So, as Andre said, just start with an increment of a new idea, like one little step. Like it could be better. So we consciously accept that life-enhancing spiritual truth as an intention, instead of unconsciously repeating that fear, that loop of fear. So one little increment step, like Andre said. And then repetition gives way to conviction. Something done over and over and over again. Like I've come up here more than once, so I'm not as afraid as I was the first time I came up. And Holmes emphasized that feeling is what impresses the deeper mind. So we accept the truth until it feels real, instead of mouthing the vain repetition. So if I'm coming up here, I don't just worry about it and say, what'll they think? I just say, well, God will take over, and I just have to stand here and talk. So somehow it works, and I'm very grateful. So the subjective mind, or the way or pattern, accepts what is, believes and begins organizing our thoughts, emotions, habits, and expectations around the truth. So somehow everything just kind of comes in, and the dominoes start falling. So universal law responds to universal mind and acts upon the accepted pattern. It's like a garden again. You know, in that slide of nothing to be healed, there's a garden of wildflowers. They just grow automatically and they're very beautiful. So it's not persuaded, it simply responds. The universal mind is the master, the universal law is the emissary. So the master is the one that has the idea, and the emissary is a little slave that goes and does what the master wants. But doing it as an agent for the master, because that's what they want to do, that's their purpose, the fulfillment of the law is to do something. And then you see the result. So, consciousness changes before circumstances change. The first miracle happens inside us, in our hearts and minds. Magnetic field is extended outward to the outer conditions, and that follows the inner transformation. So the action of mind is like a magnet. So put the magnet in the iron filings, and then the filings come toward the magnet. I remember that in my grade school. was very interesting to see that magnet going around. And the filings just following the magnet. So treatment removes mental resistance and dissolves barriers such as fear, guilt, resentment, and limitation. These interfere with the free flow of life. So we stop fighting life and begin cooperating with it through our alignment with reality as it is, which is basically love and nothing to worry about, nothing to heal. So we awaken to our divine nature. Holmes said treatment does not bring God closer, it awakens us to the presence already within us. So we draw ourselves things that are of similar content. Once you get a Ford car or truck or something, or SUV, you start noticing other vehicles of the same nature because you're in that club now. So manifestation follows naturally, just as spring follows after winter. We have an active intention of planting, and the outer experiences gradually create the garden. So our inner consciousness mirrors the reflection of what we see. And looking at it from another, I wanted to give you the full 20 minutes, not just 2 minutes, like I did before. So bear with me. Maybe we'll actually be able to develop this spiritual mind treatment and use it automatically. So recognition, our attention shifts from the problem to the presence. The unification, separation disappears, we reunite with the source, or we get aligned with the truth. Then we accept it. The objective mind deliberately chooses the truth. It reminds me of the AA when they say, you know, you're powerless, and then you join with the higher power. And then the emotional conviction comes. The accepted idea becomes alive through feeling. The feeling is the secret. That's the moment the seed is planted, with the feeling. And go, yeah, I get it now. So the subjective mind receives like fertile soil and begins invisible work. This is where the magic starts. And you could forget what comes next because it's just more of an automatic thing. So the universal law is activated like the GPS satellites. The individual subconscious is part of the universal creative medium. That's the 90% of yourself that's behind your top of your brain that you barely know anything about because it starts to work. And the treatment moves beyond the personal psychology into the divine law. So you're letting go, you're falling into the unknown, basically. So then inner reorganization begins. So all of a sudden and magically in this mechanism, you start to get a few little new ideas. Well, maybe I'm not so bad after all. Maybe things will improve. And maybe I won't be able to eat all that food. And so the old habits weaken. Creative insights appear. Well, maybe I'll go and get that salad at Sorrento's instead of eating the bag of tacos. So unexpected opportunities arise. Somebody invites you to a health food seminar. And treatment often changes us before it changes the circumstance, so you actually want to start eating healthily. So inspired action emerges, ideas appear, doors open, we notice previously overlooked possibilities. All of a sudden everybody in your circle is eating healthily. And then gratitude strengthens the treatment, so you think, wow, everybody here is like on the health food kick, so I'm pretty happy that I'm in this group and not on the group on Main Street that's taken crystal meth for kicks. Although that could be very interesting too. Well, I'll reserve judgment for that. Somehow it's in there for some reason, maybe harm reduction they call it. So gratitude strengthens the treatment. I always like to put a little bit of controversy in my talks. Get the mind going. Forgive me. Carry on. So gratitude strengthens the treatment. This confirms the work is already underway and keeps the mind aligned with fulfillment rather than lack. So release completes the process. Let go and let God. Treatment is released into the law. We stop interfering. We trust the intelligence and let go and let God. So a practical application would be Monday morning spirituality and homework throughout the week. Remember the 3 Triune aspects of God when faced with difficulties. Does anyone here have a difficulty? Ever? The first principle is return to spirit, become still. Just don't do anything. Just return, kind of meditate. The second is use the law to bring good things to enhance your life. By choosing your thoughts deliberately, think of what you want, not what you don't want, and speak it forth. Like, choose your thoughts and then choose your words of what you're speaking outward. And third, allow a manifestation to happen. Be grateful in advance. Take inspired action. Allow spirit to do the heavy lifting. I like that one. Our work is to cooperate with reality rather than struggle against it. And getting back to that law of electricity, like if there's resistance in the line, then that Ohm's law, nothing will flow. So, if we look at that triunity using the science of mind, the objective mind chooses the idea, the subjective mind accepts the idea, and the universal subjective mind creates according to the idea. So the universal subjective mind is like the whole network of satellites that just works. Spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer is a conscious process of choosing, accepting, and pressing spiritual truth until it manifests as our experience. Just one more page. I think I'm on the 17-minute mark. 3 more minutes to go. I'll speed up the words. Our lives become Our lives become visible expression of the ideas held within consciousness. So whatever you think, actually, you think people don't know what you're thinking, but intuitively they do have an inkling of what you're thinking just by their own intuitive process. Cause, creative, medium, and effect are one continuous movement. Go with this flow. There is actually no break between these 3 processes. The answer and the fulfillment are present, along with how it operates. It's all one chunk. Just like a book. It's on the shelf. It has a beginning, middle, and end, but it's just one book. You go through the process and read the book as a process, but it's still there. So the need and the desire are already present with fulfillment. Think source, process, and expression. Recognize oneness, unify it within yourself. Realize the kingdom of God is present and speak the positive word of faith. Have strong confidence. The truth of your word will not return void. Well, you hope it won't. You have to have the belief that it will. So it is. No, I'm not finished. There's 3 more minutes. Okay, acceptance is the key. Affirmation spoken with conviction is positive knowing. So it's not just a wish, it's a knowing inside. So we give thanks for the process. Faith produces the realization and the manifestation. Treat and move your feet. Do not dig up the planted seed. Allow it to grow. Trust the law. Allow the creative process to do its thing. Manifestation unfolds what we intended through our desires to fulfill wants. It is invisible, but it works. So spirit is invisible, but it's invisibly visible. I like that paradox. Whatever is out there was invisible at one time, because it's all spirit. And we attract to ourselves experiences corresponding to the nature of our thought. And using our thoughts to function our minds, we need to always remember it is not our mind that we use. We don't use our mind, we use God's mind. So our mind is actually God's mind. So it's kind of easy if we think that way. It's not our mind, it's God's mind. Because there's only one mind. So rather, it is an individualization within us of the one mind that we use at the level of our awareness of it. We are never alone. We're never isolated fragments of creation, but we're part of the one great whole. Just like the song says, one great power. May we always turn to the greater whole and accept more and more of its good, abundance and right action, which we may have been unknowingly depriving ourselves of. We don't want to do that, unknowingly deprive ourselves of all the goodness. So in closing, Ernest Holmes wasn't trying to invent a new God. He's trying to explain how the infinite life continuously creates or evolves. The spirit is the source, law is the method, manifestation the result and experience. We're not separated from this process. It's all one continuous thing. We're participants in it. Every loving thought, every act of forgiveness, every moment of gratitude raises our consciousness and becomes another place where that infinite expresses itself. And Ernest Holmes, quote him again because it's part of his triune aspect. There's one life, that life is God, and that life is my life now. One more paragraph. Perhaps the greatest realization is this. We're not trying to bring God into our lives. We're awakening to the fact that we have never lived anywhere else. We already live, move, and have our being in the infinite presence. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be alive. May we leave here today remembering who we truly are, not separate beings seeking God, but expressions of the one life, using it appropriately, consciously participating in its endless creation. And so it is. Amen. Praise God and go forth.
Thank you, Maxine. Phew, that was a lot this morning. I don't know if I just have my listening ears on, but that was a lot, and I really appreciated your imagery. It really made sense, and it really became clear. And you did take me a little flashback to when I grew up back in the experimental drug ages, and you took me there for a minute, but I came right back. And just as she was talking, I just want to say, some of us do spiritual mind treatment on a regular basis, and some of us have manifestations from those treatments. And so if you do have a manifestation from a particular treatment, and if you would like to share that, that would be wonderful. So think about that, all of you. Okay, and now it is that joyful time, that time of intentional giving. As we open our hearts and minds, we're saying yes the divine flow of prosperity that supports our shared vision, mission, and purpose. This is where generosity meets high intention. Every gift is a spark in the fire of abundance, fueling this community, uplifting lives, and expanding love in action. For those joining us on Facebook, this is your moment to practice the law of circulation. Give generously and joyfully. And now, whether your gift is digital or physical, take a quiet moment and bless your intention. Infuse it with joy, gratitude, and sacred purpose. Prosperity is play, and spirit always multiplies when we give with love. And now we'll have our abundance affirmation. I give freely, knowing that what I offer today returns to me in countless ways. I'm aligned with the natural flow of abundance, where giving and receiving are one. I am healthy in mind, body, and spirit. I'm wealthy in resources, opportunities, and connection. I am loved. We rise higher through generosity and grow deeper through shared purpose. With gratitude, I open myself to the endless possibilities around me, remembering joyfully what I put into the world reflects what I welcome into my life, and so it is. And now we have song number 3.
There's a dark and a troubled side of life. Though there's a bright and sunny side too. Though we meet with the darkness and strife, sunny side also may you. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. Keep your help every day, it'll brighten all the way. It will keep on the sunny side of life. The storm and its fury broke today, crushing hope that we cherish so dear. Clouds and storms will in time pass away. The sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day, it'll brighten all the way. It will keep on the sunny side of life. Let us greet with the song of hope today. Though the moment be cloudy or fair, let us treat it ourselves away. Bless everyone in our care. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. She'll help us every day, she'll brighten all the way. It will keep on the sunny side of life. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day, it'll brighten all the way. It will keep on the sunny side of life. It will keep on the sunny side of life. It will keep on the sunny side of life.
Thank you very much, and yes, it's sunny today. Okay, so now time for announcements. And just a reminder, we are on Facebook Live. Yay. Today is town hall meeting, so we will be having a town hall meeting in exactly 15 minutes. I'll be facilitating it. Next week is Sharing Circle with Maxine. And also on the news, hopefully on the newsletter, you got the newsletter, thank you, Judy. The conference, the Science of Mind conference is mentioned in there, and it is in Nanaimo this year in September, so hey, get to it, manifest it and go. Okay, I want to say thanks to Maxine and Yvonne for doing the computer tech job every Sunday morning, and without them, the service would not look like what it looks like. So we really appreciate that. And in saying that, if anyone is interested in helping out, that would be awesome. It's not something you have to do every week. It's you could do a schedule, but to have one or two extra people to kind of spell them off would be awesome. So think about it. And also, if you want to do that 2-minute reading, you can sign your name up at the back. And I think that's all I have for now. And I hear karaoke was good on Friday night. Yes, Maxine.
I'm not sure everything that we said after
Sorry, I can't hear you. Okay.
Next month,
Don't worry, be happy, right?
next month is like we setting up.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we will do our closing treatment. I know the Divine Spirit is all there is. The presence is in all, over, under, around, and through all creation. Its perfect expression is right now, right here today, and it is true for all. I know and totally accept all who are present today as spiritual beings. I know the beauty of the day will touch all of us. I'm thankful for the message this morning, the lively music, and all who are here today. The flowing love and the highest good is available now and always. I release, let go, and it is done, and so it is. And now we have our last song, and thank you, Optimistics.
Your love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up, quench my desire. I'll be at your side forevermore. You know your love is gonna lift me higher, higher and higher. Say your love, please don't, so lift me higher, higher and higher. Well, once I was downhearted, disappointment was my closest friend. Then you came and soothed me hearted, and it never showed its face again. You know your love is gonna be so lifting higher, higher and higher. Say your love I'm so glad I finally found you. Yes, you're one in a million friends. And when you wrap your loving arms around me, I can stand up, face the world again. You know your love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. Say your love keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. Say your love keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. Thank you. Have a great week. There's people celebrating birthdays out there. Happy birthday. All you July babies.
Thank you for listening. Have a great week, everyone.